Well, good morning. So I've been out doing a bit of a shoot this morning, and something a little bit different for you. I'm actually down at Maroubra at the moment, so I've just been having a look at a bit of a sunrise down here. There's some of these huge waves coming in behind me, and actually some of them have been splashing up onto the rock platform, which is quite unusual. So been quite an eventful morning, and there's been some interesting cloud around. Anyway, it's not the reason I'm here to talk to you. Something a bit different. You may have noticed I've been using a different bag this morning, if you saw the video a bit earlier. And the reason for that is there's a new company called Summit Creative that reached out to me and asked if I would do a bit of a review on the bag. It's a new release in the market. It's a new player in town, and they've sent me this bag. So full disclosure, they sent me a bag to have a review of it without any idea of what I'm going to say about the bag, of course. So I've been using it for a couple of weeks just to kind of live with it, because I said, well, if I'm going to do a review on this, I'm not really a review channel, but if I was going to do a review on the bag, I'd like to live with it and shoot with it for a couple of weeks to actually get a feel for what's it like on a day-to-day basis. So that's what I've been doing, and I thought, well, I'll give you a bit of a look at the bag today. It's called a Tenzing range, and there's a couple of different styles of bag that they're going to release on the market, brand new in the market, and they basically go from a small to a large size. So this one, I tend to like a roll top type bag, and I've used, you may have seen me in previous videos, I've been using a Shimoda bag for quite some time now, and I think what these guys have done is they've taken a lot of the best bits of a lot of bags and put it all together in one package, and they've actually done a pretty good job. So I thought, well, let me run through and show you some things on the bag as well, so that you can see the bag for yourselves, and if you're out shopping for a bag, you can make the right decisions. But this is the largest one. So this is a 50-litre roll top. I got them the semi and orange one, just for fun. It looks like, because I find if I get a dark bag and I'm lying it down, especially in this sort of environment, or in the sand or in the dirt, this sort of colour doesn't show it up as much. So orange is actually not a bad colour for a bag, in my opinion. But so there's a roll top style, and they've also got a zip top style. So so the roll top style obviously expands, and that's why I like a roll top style, is because I carry so much gear, mostly for you guys, because I've got you know, 2 tripods which I was able to fit in the bag quite easily. I've got 2 camera bodies. I've got a video body, and I've got my stills body, and normally I'll carry a couple of extra lenses. I might carry a drone. So there's a lot of stuff that goes in the bag, head torches and microphones and all sorts of stuff that's in there. So roll top works really well for me, because you can roll it up and stuff extra things in there, rain jackets and all sorts of things. And we're keeping an eye on these waves. Some of these waves are absolutely enormous. But they start on the zipped up bags. They start with a really neat little 18-litre bag. I might put a couple of slides up while I'm talking here. So there's an 18-litre. There's also 25, 35, and 45-litre zip top bags. And then the roll top bags. There's 3 models of the roll top bag. There's a 30-litre, a 40-litre, and also this one, which is the 50-litre. So. Enough talk, let's have a look at it, and I'll break it down a little bit, and we can show you inside and show you a couple of things that I quite like about it, a couple of things that I think they could maybe improve on, but I think by and large they've done a pretty good job. Okay, let's have a look at, first of all, let's have a look at the back, because the back for me is pretty important. You got obviously pretty good straps. I'll come back to the straps. The back here's got sort of ventilated areas on the back as well. So if you're out for a long hike, it's pretty important to get that sort of ventilation through. Comes with a little handle on there as well. So if it's down on a rock, or you need to grab it from this side, you just got a handle. You can just grab it, which I thought was kind of nice. The waist strap, I don't mind using a waist strap, especially if I'm on a longer hike, and the waist strap sort of lets you sit a lot of the weight down on your hips. So the waist strap is removable, so it's inside this section here. There's a little Velcro area to hold it in place, but it actually sits quite tightly in there. It's quite nice, and so the good thing about the waist strap as well is it's got a really nice pocket in there. So I've got my torch in here right now, so because I always forget my torch, and then once you've got the bag on and you're hiking, the last thing you need to be doing is stopping to rummage around and get a torch. It sits right on the waist strap, so I can just pull my torch out, which is pretty handy. It's got pockets in each of the shoulder straps. You may have seen me when I'm out shooting. I use a lanyard with a remote control for the camera, so that sits in my shoulder strap, so I don't need to go fishing around in pockets. It's right here on my shoulder strap. And also I've got another remote control for the video camera for you guys, and that just normally, for me, that normally just clips, and these are quite nice clips that they've got built into the bag here as well. So that's kind of the back section. Let's rotate and have a look around at the sides. So they've got these side pockets, which are pretty good. You can get a water bottle in there. You could get the way I had it packed this morning was I just had a couple of tripods, one on either side. You can actually fit tripods on the front because they've got straps on the front here as well, top and bottom. So you could actually fit 2 tripods on the front if you wanted to carry like a water bottle or something down here. There's also pockets on the side. Now, one thing that a lot of people use, I have 2 bags with this feature, and this pocket will open and let me access the actual bag itself. So I can actually reach in here and grab things. I've got my filters here right now, and the reason why my filters are there is I normally don't use that feature. So for me, that feature is not really important. For some guys, if they're doing a hike and they see something, they want that ability just to grab a camera and shoot. You could have a camera right here and grab it. There's also, I noticed also, there's a pocket just inside that flap as well. So if you wanted to put things in a pocket there, car keys, whatever, you've got a quick access pocket just down the side. As I said, for me, it's not a big deal. I'd never use that feature, so it's there if it's needed. On the other side, you got the same thing. You got another side pocket here for the tripod, and there's also another pocket off to the side here as well. I've got another torch in there. I've got a video light in there for you guys as well, and I've got all sorts of adapter rings, that sort of stuff that sort of live in that pocket. Pretty handy. There's a side carrying handle for the bag here as well, so that if you need to grab it from the side and carry it on its side, and there's one on the top here as well, all pretty sturdy. So let's have a look inside the bag, because this is obviously pretty important. The good thing is they got this right. This whole back section swings away and leaves the bag totally accessible. That's pretty important. I think a lot of bags do that nowadays. One thing that I really quite liked was there's no ICU in the bag, which was great because you don't have to go out and buy another ICU. It comes with lots of separators here, so you can configure. Thank you. You can configure the bag as you need to. So right now I've got my stills camera here, my video camera sits in here, I've got another 70-200 on here, there's loads of space for extra lenses, etc. I've just got spare batteries, and I've got some filters in here as well. And there's 2 pockets in the door, so there's 2 separate pockets if you want to put a laptop in there, some papers, whatever. Pretty handy and quite configurable. So I've kind of fiddled around with this to get this the way I want it at the moment, but if you could even actually take all the dividers out and just use it as a normal backpack if you were just going on a hike somewhere. All this stuff will come out. Pretty handy. So let me just show you some pockets on the top and in the front. I don't think I'm going to get washed off the cliff here. The roll top. So the roll top section, quite handy, and a nice touch that I noticed they've added is a zip on the roll top. So right at the very top you've got this extra sort of waterproofing zip to let you into the roll top here as well. So that's quite a nice little nice little add-on. The roll top also has a quick access zip as well. Just while I'm on the subject of zips, all these zips are YKK zips, so you know there's a lot of waterproof style YKK zips, and you know if you're going to have a decent bag, you want YKK zips on it. So the quick access pocket into the roll top section. So I've just got things like spare batteries and spare microphone and SD cards, that sort of stuff in here. And then also on the front of the bag there's another section down here which you can store a whole bunch of extra stuff in here. So there's extra pockets if you need to put things. These pockets go all the way down the front of the bag. If you need to stuff an extra jacket in there, etc. There's loads of pockets for it. One nice thing, which I hadn't seen on another bag yet, is if you've really got a lot to carry, there's another zip down the front here, which you can actually unzip all the way around, and what it does is it gives you extra space in the bag by extending the front section outwards. So what will actually happen is that can extend out. You've seen this in a lot of luggage does this to give you extra space. So if you had extra layers or extra waterproofs, let's say, that will extend out and give you more space, which is kind of neat. And that's just a zip to seal that up again, and you're done. Here's a neat thing. There's another pocket down the front here, right at the front, and that pocket for me right now is holding the Summit Creative waterproof cover for the bag as well. So I mean the material is pretty good quality material. I think they've really gone to town on getting the material right. It's kind of that weatherproof. I don't know if it's 100% waterproof, but certainly is a tough sort of material. So it's going to take a bit of punishment if you're on the trails. But they also provide this as part of the package as well. There's also in here. Let me just show you this as well. There's another section which you can clip on, and if you're, let's say you're a climber, or you've got a helmet, or you've got something else that you just want to just chuck in the outside of the bag. Maybe you've got something wet, you don't want to put it inside. You can stuff it in here, clip these on, and just have it outside the bag here as well. Kind of handy. I was quite impressed with that. So this tide looks like it's coming in. It's getting more and more fun. I had a friend here a while back, walked straight across here and almost taken out by a wave. So I'm keeping an eye on this. So very interesting, very interesting. There's a new player in town with roll tops. The best way to do the roll top is roll it away from you and then bring it back towards you to clip it down. The clips are all really handy. If I was to try and find fault in it, I would say the straps themselves are really quite comfy to wear. They stop short and then go to a thinner area down here. That doesn't, when you're carrying the bag, that part doesn't really play any part in the comfort of carrying it. But it would have been nice if they'd continued this down. The same goes for the waist strap. You know, the waist strap stops early and then you end up with the same straps, but you've got to have some sort of mechanism to tighten and loosen the straps, so I'm guessing that's why they went that way. Other than that, I can't really find any fault in it. It's got far more on the upside than the downside. All right, we're done. The sun's up, and that's the bag. I've been living with it for a couple of weeks now. I've been out on shoots with it and using it, and it's been real easy to use. I think earlier I said, I think what they've done is taken a lot of the best components of some of the best bags out in the marketplace, put it all in one package, and it's working. So quite impressed. Anyway, as I said, they reached out to me and wanted to do a bit of a deal, and so what I've done is I've actually got the product range on the website, on our website, so I'll leave a link in the description below, and there's also going to be a discount code in there for the launch of the products. Now, if you're not in Australia, you may have some difficulty there because it's only for Australians to order. If you're overseas, you may have to jump on the website and just find a local dealer to do a bit more research on it. Anyway, we're done. I'm going to see if I can get some more shots of these enormous waves, and we're going to see you in the next one. Cheers.